What positive qualities or experience from your past boo would you give a Wakanda salute to? How did they help you grow?
Okay. So what qualities would I give a salute to?
What positive qualities or experience from your
Would I give a
past
salute
boo?
to? I mean, I would say like, so my younger boo.
Hmm.
Wait, do I need to say who? I don't need to say who. I had a boo who, he was very fun. Like he was very lighthearted and fun, and he reminded me of what it was to play in a relationship. You
Yes.
know, to like tickle each other and chase each other around the house,
We are
and
live, people.
do little fun pranks
Welcome
and wrestle and
to
roll
Club Built
around and
Mogul.
just play, just to
We're
like
already
play.
tuned in
Like I
live
think some of
to the
my
show.
more mature relationships or whatever, you don't
Getting
play
right
as much. You
into it.
just kind of like, I think play is important.
Hmm.
And he reminded me of that.
For those that don't
So
know,
yeah,
this is
Mm.
the Blerdy
I would
Dating
say that's how
Show.
it helped me grow. I'm more
It's
playful
a
now.
word
Oh, you're more
game. It
playful
was a
now.
question
Yes,
game.
I was always playful,
So,
but I'm more playful. I'm
Pretty
more playful
fun.
now.
Hope y'all enjoy.
so what y'all used to do? Shoot water guns at each other?
All kind of shit, like all kind of shit. Definitely water fights. Definitely breaking into the bathroom when the other person is in the shower and like, you know, turning the water down to cold while they're not looking at some shit, or cutting all the lights off, or locking the person out the house.
Damn, really?
Just funny shit. Like
What?
not like lock them out for real, but lock them out the house and just like
Just just mess with each other.
just play. Yeah, just play a lot.
It, it sounds like he's still, like this guy. Like the way
Oh
how you
God.
just giggle, the way how you giggle and lit up.
You asking me to remember a good thing, right? You said
I
what
mean, yeah.
positive. Okay, so I'm thinking about something positive. If we want to talk about some negative shit, I can talk about all that too, but the negative shit.
I mean, like I'm about to ask why you stopped talking to this guy. Like he
Because he played too much.
clearly,
Because he played too goddamn much. That's why.
oh,
He playing the wrong way too much. No, he didn't know how to act.
the wrong. What is the wrong way? How you play wrong with you?
Lying, lying, and not keeping it 100, and just telling just like the dumbest lies when you just have to look at a motherfucker like, what? Like really? Just play like you play too much. You playing. You
What was the
joking. You ain't.
dumbest lie? What was the dumbest lie?
Oh my gosh. Oh, the dumbest lie. Man, let me think of one that I could tell. That's like, so there was this one time I had stepped out of town for a weekend, right?
Uh-huh.
And I guess a female friend of his had called and was gonna come by. And according to him, he only wanted her to come by because he wanted to meet her dog. He just really wanted to meet her puppy.
What kind of dog was it?
Doesn't matter. Like,
Is he a breeder?
no. No, and as far as I know, he's not into animals, but he just really wanted to meet her dog so bad. And oh, I was just gonna meet her dog, and she was gonna come by, and I was just gonna meet her dog. So, okay,
That's weird.
that's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, I think he's trying to do more than just meet her
And
dog.
he didn't
He's trying to
and
let her meet
he
Dodo.
didn't wanna and he didn't wanna bring you with her? With him?
I was out of town. I was out of town.
Oh, so he was like, "Oh, I got free reign right now, so let me do me right quick."
Well, I don't know. Ask me how I found out.
How you found out?
The girl called me and told me. The girl called me and asked me if it was okay if she went by the house so he can meet her dog. Because she knew he
Really?
had a girlfriend. So she was cool enough to be like, well, let me ask your girlfriend if it's okay if I come by. But he told her, don't tell my girlfriend because she already mad at me about something else. Listen, this is too much. This is getting too personal. This is getting way too personal. Anyway, long story short, it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Nah,
He,
don't. It's not too personal. I mean, he doing something stupid.
nope, he was playing. So yeah, that didn't work out. He played too much. So yeah, it didn't work out. We not together.
All right, y'all not together. End of the story. Y'all not together. How long ago was this?
A while. This is a while
A
ago.
while ago. It's a while. A while. A while for me is like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, quite some time ago. Yeah,
Okay, so that's fairly recent.
fairly recent.
Cheers to him.
It was not
But
fairly
wherever
recent.
he's,
Yeah. So wherever he is, thanks for showing me how to have fun
salute.
again.
What,
So what
what
kind of
kind of
salute to
salute
that?
to him? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
But Lord know what
Life
she
with
played too.
Bay. Life with Bay and a bank account overflowing with vibranium. Does being financially supported by your partner appeal to you, or are you all about building together?
I mean, if he already got it, is that what you asking me?
I mean, y'all could get it out the mud together, or you know, like you don't care about his money.
I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for somebody that, has like a certain amount of dollars, but you know, like I'm not gonna not date somebody that has money. I'm confused. I don't understand the question. What are you asking me?
So are you comfortable where you at in life? You're like, you don't need to have much. I'm good. I got me. I just need you to come and give me companionship. Or you want, build each other up to another level, or he need to come in and pay for everything.
Well, I would say that he needs to have his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need
Hmm.
him to take care of me, but he needs to come to the table with his own because I'm not going to take care of
Hmm.
him. And
Hmm.
if he's coming with enough that we can build together and make something happen
Hmm.
together, like that's even better. So yeah, of course. I mean, I would definitely prefer. Um, I mean, if I could. I mean, if he already had money, then that would be good too. Like but I'm just saying, if he didn't, I
Have you ever
wouldn't.
dated? Have you ever dated somebody with money?
Um, yeah. I mean, depends on how much money we talking. Like, how much money you mean?
I mean, how much money is with money to you?
How much money is money to me?
Yeah. Like, what's the sweetie? 6 figure, seven figure nigga. Yeah, that like
And I ain't never had a seven
sweetie
figure.
still. Okay.
A seven figure,
Six
that's $1 million.
figure?
I've had a 6 figure nigga.
Okay.
I've had a 6 figure
Is that
nigga.
your preference? I mean, how was dating a regular guy versus a 6 figure? Is 6 figure safe to say that's a high value man?
I mean, I don't get down with the whole high value man shit, but I guess like according to what people say, yeah. Me personally, I don't think that's money was what makes you high value, but um, I guess yeah, that's
Then
what
what is
people
it then?
say, huh?
Then what is it? What makes a man a high value man to you?
His mind, like
Okay.
him or her person, whatever, being intelligent,
Okay.
educated, um,
Okay.
having a like emotional intelligence and healing and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
self-awareness,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
somebody who pays attention, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, somebody who knows who they are, you know, and to me, I would say somebody who's open-minded because I meet a lot of closed-minded people, and that's just I mean, a lot of guys who they're very much like they got their way or how they feel about shit, and they're not really open to much else. And to me, that's kind of like a negative. because you're not really willing to learn. You're not, willing to explore other ideas. It's just kind of what you already know. So I think that's whack.
So, since you experienced the six figure and I guess a regular guy
Mm-hmm.
and high value man, leads me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine financial freedom. Would you still be down with the monogamous ride or die, or would you be more tempted to explore polyamory relationship with a wealthy partner?
Mm-mm. Nah, I can't do the polyamory thing. I'm too possessive.
So selfish TK.
I guess I'm a little possessive. Like, crazy thing is, you know, like I would do a threesome with my dude, but not with like a girl that's gonna be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like a polyamory thing where she gonna be around and she gonna
Oh,
be in my
so
life.
she could dip in and out when y'all ready to play with her.
Maybe I don't even know if I could do that. I could do it, but I don't know if it's a good
Why?
idea. The
Why?
men,
Why is it
it's the men that can't handle it. The men got to be able to handle it.
so? Why? Like, like how they can't handle it? Like they get overzealous, they get anxious.
They might
They
be
think that's
wanting it. They might think that that's the status quo. They might think that that's something that's how they want it all the time. Or they like, oh, let's try this one, let's try that one. They want to hold out. They want to hold out together. You know what I'm saying? Like they might go OD with it. Like they probably can't handle it. Like I feel like that's like it's something I would do, but I don't want it to be like a lifestyle.
okay. So something that you just want to experience once, maybe twice, and that's that.
Yeah,
Like
or
you get
whenever we decide. I should say whenever I decide.
or yeah, I'm about to say it's whatever you decide.
Yeah, it will be whenever I decide.
So you back the girl or yeah, both back the girl. Like,
I mean, we pick her out together.
yeah, like y'all going shopping. You
Yeah,
pick her
like
out
we.
together. Like we're just
I
gonna go to the
know.
mall and just be like,
Yeah, like we choose
like,
her together. We be like, "What you think about
like,
that one right
like,
there?"
like y'all Michael Jackson, him down there. Yeah,
Yeah, we pick her out
she
together.
got she got a fat ass.
Listen, everybody like a fat ass. We don't like a fat ass. You like, oh, what's up with her? Like, but I can't see. The problem is, I wouldn't want my man to be out there like thinking I'm gonna go scope out bitches and bring her back. Like, babe, all right, look, I found 3 new bitches today. Now we got a Puerto Rican one, we got a black one, this one right here, Mary. Like, nah, we ain't doing like nah. I ain't trying to live it like that. We gotta be like on vacation somewhere or something like that. We go down to DR,
oh, so you got to
Colombia,
pay for it.
huh?
You down to pay for it.
That's the better way. Yeah, I prefer
That's a better
professional.
way. Is there a budget?
I prefer a professional. I thought you said money was no object. We loaded. We got Wakanda money.
Oh, okay. I mean, still,
Shit, for
some
all
people
that,
just
we'll
be
go
like,
out to go to Africa and get us like a Etrian or one of them beautiful women.
eat trio.
Yeah, they be pretty. One of them Somalian girls. They be out
Ethiopia.
Ethiopian. They be beautiful. It's beautiful women. Yeah,
Beautiful women everywhere.
yeah. But I just think it's better to get a professional rather than just go get some chick off the street. Then she gonna be trying to call. She gonna be like wanting her phone bill paid or something. Like, that's just drama. Like, let's just get a professional that we ain't gotta wine and dine and convince or nothing. You know.
So she can communicate. So you have to communicate with her, or can he communicate with both of y'all? Is there a group chat or like?
We in DR. There's no chat. There's no exchanging the telephone numbers. We go get her. We go have our enjoyment time, and then she goes wherever she goes, and then we go home.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
how you gotta keep the
Uh,
dramas because you don't want no side conversations going on, no rendezvous happening without you present.
mm-hmm.
She don't need to be back home with you. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. Moving on.
Mhm.
Move on. All right. Next question. Everyone has a way they want to be loved. Have you figured out yours?
You mean like love languages? You mean like love
Yeah.
language, like physical touch, words of affirmation, all that kind of stuff?
All the above.
Well, my love languages, I think all of them are, but like the top ones will be words of affirmation and physical touch. But I like
Hmm.
acts of service and gifts and quality
Hmm.
time too. So,
Hmm.
they in there too. Um, I think the biggest thing for me is that the person that I'm with is sensitive to me because I'm very sensitive. So I know I'm like, can you believe it? But yeah, I'm very sensitive.
Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Capricorn, but I'm a Cancer rising.
Oh, okay. Capricorn, Cancer rising. What Cancer rising means?
That's like my rising sign. That's like, the face that I put onto the world. If you follow like astrology,
Okay.
it's kind of like your public persona. So,
Okay.
so yes. So I'm a Cancer rising. So I'm very, very sensitive, very motherly, very nurturing. And yeah, and so I kind of like that back in a person.
Okay.
I need someone who's sensitive to me and my feelings. Don't hurt my feelings because I'm very sensitive. And yeah, somebody who is a good conversationalist because I feel like having like deep, meaningful conversations is, you know,
Hmm.
one of the best ways to bond. So like really opening up to each other, really having
Hmm.
that mental intimacy,
Hmm.
like mental and emotional intimacy where you really kind of share out um everything
Do
and
you
it's
think it's
really keep it
challenging? Do you
serious.
think it's challenging for a man? Do you think it's challenging for most men to share that side of them?
Um, yeah, yeah, I do. I think a lot of men think they think women won't necessarily like that, or a lot of them are not in touch with it themselves. They scared to go there. They scared. I hear from a lot of men that they're scared that women are gonna throw it up in their face. Like I don't know if they've shared before, and then later on in a conversation, a woman be like, "Yeah, motherfucker, well that's why your daddy didn't do, whatever." Like bring up some shit. I would never do something like that, but I know
Okay.
people do. I know for a fact that some women do that because I have like male friends who be like, "Oh, this bitch said da 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 da," and they
Mm.
be like, "That's why I don't tell her ass nothing." Like they won't tell, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to share out because women will use it. A lot of women will use it, but I would never do that. Like even if I hate you right now, I still would never bring up something traumatic from your past or your childhood or something you told me in confidence that hurt you or made you feel some type of way in an argument. Like it has no place in an
Do mo-
argument.
do most men recover from that when they actually get that thrown in their face? Do you think?
I don't think they do. Especially not with that one woman. You know what I mean? Like if they do recover from it and actually, open up to another woman, it's gonna take that much longer for them to trust her and open up. But with that one particular woman, men, they're
Hmm.
like, yo, men, I feel like don't forgive as easily as women. They definitely don't forget. You know what I mean? Like they log that shit in and it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Mm.
They probably
Mm.
not gonna say nothing like that again. But and I think it just makes for a toxic relationship because, some men will do that too. Some men will do that too. A woman will say, like, you've been telling me something real deep about, oh, my daddy wasn't there, da 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 da. And then he'll be like, well, that's why you don't know how to treat me because you ain't had no daddy and you don't know what a male is supposed to act like. And like they'll throw that shit up in your face too. And they think I feel that women are supposed to be stronger and being able to handle that type of emotional abuse than they are.
Mm.
Because how many times will a
Mm.
man do that to a woman, but then expect for her to still be open to opening up to him? Like I don't think women
Yeah.
shut down like that, the way men do when something like that happens.
I don't think so. But boy,
Yeah,
oh boy. So how do a man would know that he can express himself? Like
that's the
how? Like
question.
how
That's
can
the
he
question I
gauge
feel
it?
like you got to ask a man. I feel like a man needs to explain that because, I know, like, for me, I feel like in my relationships, I've had that where men have
Hmm.
felt comfortable to open up to me.
Yeah.
But I know that they've told me at least that they don't feel like that with a lot of women.
Hmm.
They didn't feel comfortable to open up to a lot of women like that.
All right. Are you familiar with apology language?
You mean like, I'm
Different
sorry.
ways you can say yeah, different ways you say I'm sorry.
Um,
Because
yeah.
there's you mentioned love language, and there's a thing called apology language.
Well, why don't you explain it to me? I mean, I think I know what you're
I
saying.
mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know what you're saying. I think like there's some apologies with strings attached.
Yeah,
Like,
it's yeah,
there's a
like
I'm
what?
sorry. There's the I'm sorry you feel that way, which is like what?
Yeah, this way is expressing regret, accepting responsibility, making restoration. You know, generally repenting and requesting forgiveness.
Mhm.
What normally works for you when it comes to apology? Because he
So those.
lied to you.
Mhm.
I mean, those are like five different apology languages that a man could do. Accepting accountability, accepting
Mhm.
responsibility,
Mhm.
making restoration,
Mhm.
uh, generally repenting and requesting forgiveness.
And you supposed to do all of those?
I mean, some can work just for you, or I don't
I
know.
I think to me an apology should come with empathy. Like it should come with a true sense of like I understand how this made you feel and why it made you feel that way. And it should also come with like a level of self-awareness and
Hmm.
accountability. Like,
Hmm.
I was going through this, that, or the other, or I thought this, that, or the other, and I reacted this way, and you know, and then it would be I guess the learning part, or the self-reflective part, which would be I
Hmm.
probably could have or should have handled it this other way,
Hmm.
you know. And then the how we gonna move forward part. And then yeah, I do think there's a level of repentance, depending on what it is, depending on like what the offense is,
Mm.
you know. Like
Okay.
um
So what was the best apology you ever received? And you was like, I can't be mad at him no more. Like, there's no way. Like that one apology was like, you know what? I'm wet. Come on, make up sex. Like,
yeah, I done had a couple of those. I've had a couple. I don't know, like I've had a couple of good apologies, but I don't know. Like I feel like the best what do they say? The best apology is change behavior, right? Like, a lot of it is smoke. It's just you just blowing smoke
but
out your mouth.
you're avoiding the
What?
question. No.
What's the question?
I asked you what was the best apology you ever received? You said you had a couple of those.
Mm-hmm. I,
What's the couple?
I mean, I've had somebody apologize by oh my god, like I can't say too much. Okay, let me think. I've had somebody apologize by I've had people apologize with gestures, you know,
Okay.
grand gestures,
What was the
which
grand gesture? He bought you a car?
I've had somebody buy me a car before.
What kind?
Bro. I've had somebody buy me a Lexus before. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
Alexis.
Hmm.
Okay, you must have been putting it on him. He needed that back.
I mean, this was back in the day, like it was, that type of relationship, I guess you could say. But it was yeah, Like he bought me a Lexus. Like he bought a brand new Lexus. It was nice. It was the whole, bow on it,
Mm,
flowers, dozen roses, all that good stuff. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful memory, you
mm.
know. And it was I forgave him. So yeah.
Yeah, you forgave him hard.
Yes, I forgave him. I forgave him. I did not hold a grudge.
All right, so what was the second one?
Um, a tattoo.
You bought your tattoo.
He didn't buy me a tattoo. Huh?
I don't understand. He didn't buy you a tattoo.
Mm-mm.
So what did he do?
He apologized with a tattoo.
So how do you apologize? I'm short bus. Remember, I'm short bus. So how do you apologize for his tattoo?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is getting personal. Like, this is getting personal. But yeah, nah, he apologized. He tattooed my name on him to apologize.
Tap my name on your girl so I know it's real. He tattooed your name on him.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. Did the tattoo artist spell it right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
All right. All right. It's just, it'll
Hmm.
be real messed up. He had to redo it over.
Yeah, that would have sucked. That would have sucked.
That would really suck. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm.
All right, next question.
Yeah, please. Like, could we get out of this line of questioning? Like, could we go more general? This is like really personal stuff.
It is. All right.
It
All right.
is.
Hel- Healthy relationships require boundaries. What are your
Talk about
must-have boundaries and deal breakers in a relationship?
Say that one more time. Healthy relationships require boundaries, and what are the what?
Your must-have boundaries and deal breakers in a relationship.
Must have boundaries. You mean like what other women?
Okay. Lying and cheating. That's a big boundary crosser.
I mean, I think like lying and cheating is an automatic. I think like
Yeah, makes sense.
boundaries is more like, what kind of relationship you have with your female friends.
Hmm.
Do you have female friends? And if so, what are the nature of those relationships and what are the boundaries around those relationships? You
Hmm.
know, exes, do you still talk to exes and what are those like?
Hmm.
What are the boundaries there? I think there
Hmm.
should be boundaries with, friends of the opposite sex. I mean, it should be
Okay.
boundaries with friends of the
So,
same sex, but definitely the opposite sex. Mhm.
so, so, like what? They can't call past a certain time. Do you have to meet these friends?
Yes.
You want to meet them in person eventually?
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Like if this is a person you consider a friend,
Yeah. Do
somebody
you
you're
have
gonna
do you,
talk to on occasion, or want to
yeah?
go to their birthday parties or something like that, then yeah, I think that I should meet
Do,
them. I should know who they are.
do you get their phone number? You change phone numbers with them at all,
Um,
or that's not required?
I mean, I don't know if I want their number, but I should be able to contact them. Because what if you're out with them and then I can't reach you?
Okay, true.
Or what if I want to invite them to a surprise party for you because they're a friend of yours, or
Okay.
get their input on something for you or something like that. I don't know. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, I would think that kind of thing would happen naturally. Like, I don't want it to be like protocol, like, oh, you're his friend. Okay, I need your name, your number. Like, I need to, I don't, I would hope
Hmm.
it would be more of a natural flow. And I would hope that it wouldn't be more than like two people.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
is that
What do
is
you
that
think about
reciprocal?
this? Huh?
Is that reciprocal?
What, in terms of my male friends?
Like, yeah. Do he meet your male friends? Do you exchange your numbers with them?
I mean, I would think he would meet them, and if not exchange numbers, at least be Facebook friends or something. Have some way of contacting them, maybe like be cool enough with them to be able to reach out to them. Like I said, what if he's planning something for me? And he know, like, this is my good homeboy or whatever, and he want to make sure that this person is there for this event or something like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think
Interesting.
they should know each other.
Interesting. Okay.
What you mean
All right. Let me
interesting?
ask you this:
Uh-huh.
you, your man, and your homegirl are out,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Your homegirl about to leave the bar first.
Okay.
Do your man offer to walk her to the car to make sure she's good and leave you inside the bar, or you be like, nah, you ain't walking her to the car? Like, the fuck?
I mean, I would think we would both walk her to the car, or I would walk her to I mean, it depends. Okay, wait. Say this again. We in the bar.
You in the bar with your man and your homegirl.
Mm-hmm.
Your homegirl's with you. This is your female friend.
Okay.
Do you trust your man to walk your homegirl to the car,
Yeah.
or is that a requirement?
That he walk her to the car?
Yeah, like make sure she's good. Y'all walk to
I
the
mean,
car.
if we in like an unsafe area or an area where she's feeling some type of way, yeah. I mean, depends on the venue, like how far is her car, but you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Um,
But
but you said?
yeah, but so you don't have a problem with it. I'm assuming there's a but after it.
No, I don't. I mean, I guess I don't know if that would always be necessary. Like, I think
Okay.
it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Like, say we had a block party
Yeah.
and, it's 7 o'clock. She can
Hmm.
go to her car on her own. You know what I'm saying? 7 o'clock. It's
True.
8 o'clock. But if we out and it's midnight or it's 1 o'clock in the morning
Mm.
and we're at a
Mm.
bar and it's like lights off and her car is parked, a few spots up the street or a couple,
Hmm.
then yeah, he should walk her to her car. Or one of his homeboys. Like, he ain't got no homeboys there to walk her to her car.
Yeah, but what if she don't trust him? What if you know his homeboy a creep?
His homeboy's a creep.
What if I'm just saying, she's drunk or
He got
tipsy,
he got his
and
homeboys.
what I mean, who knows?
I mean, if she needs to feel comfortable, like, yeah. I mean, my homegirls, like, you know, we probably all leaving together, but yeah, I wouldn't. I definitely would not want to be with somebody that I felt like I couldn't trust this nigga to walk her to a car. Number one, and number two,
Okay.
you know, she gotta be my homegirl though. Every bitch ain't just getting walked to the car. She gotta be my road dog. She gotta be my ace.
Especially, especially the ones that you and your man plotting on, right?
Listen, depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on who we talking about here. That's why I keep saying is all this is very dependent.
Okay. All right.
Like, it's my
All right.
homegirl. Like, how good I
Your
know
homegirl,
her.
homegirl.
Like,
All right.
and how much can I trust this nigga? Like, who this is my man, my husband type me, or this just the nigga I'm dealing with? Like, who we talking about here?
Uh-huh.
Depends.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mm,
All right.
mm.
In a relationship, do you believe in clearly defined roles, or do you prefer a more flexible and a balanced approach?
Mm, definitely more flexible and balanced. Yeah, definitely more flexible and balanced. Like, I don't believe in the whole like I'm the woman, so I got to go cook, clean, and do the laundry, and he the man, so he gonna do this, and that. I feel
Hmm.
like whoever's good at what or likes doing what, or like my ex husband loved to cook, so he's did most of the cooking because he used to love to cook. That was his thing. He was a very good.
So, so you wash the dishes.
Nope, we had teenagers for that.
Oh.
We had teenagers for that, but I did like other stuff like the bills or the laundry or other stuff that had to be done, doctor's appointments, school
Hmm.
appointments, those kinds of
Hmm.
things that he necessarily wasn't fond of.
It's administrative work like you did in the military.
Yeah, I did more of the administrative work. Like, I was more like keep track of the budget, make sure we all our bills is paid. We got enough put aside for this, that, and the other, and all the kids'
Hmm.
activities, what they had going on, and how much that was gonna cost, and when that had to be done, and I
Hmm.
kept track of our schedule.
Okay. Interesting.
Yo, why everything interesting?
Interesting.
Interesting.
You kept track of the schedule and the money.
Hmm.
I felt like you wore the pants in a relationship. I'm just
I feel
saying.
like you're
Interesting.
reaching. Like I don't feel. See, I don't feel like it works like that. I feel like people do what's easiest. Like honestly, sometimes women can be a lot more organized.
No, it's not sometimes. Y'all are.
Exactly. So when it comes
Y'all
to
are.
budgeting and scheduling, we're probably going to be a lot better at it.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Like, what's happening here?
I got put on mute in the middle of the show.
Oh, sorry.
Mm. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, see how you get treated. You know? You back?
My bad.
Hmm.
My bad. Somebody was at my door. I was like, who's at my door this time of night? I wasn't expecting no one.
So that's a great question. Another great question.
What's the great question?
Pop-ups. Can someone you dating, not even your man, someone you dating, can he just pop up? Can he just
He got to be my man.
only your man?
Yeah.
So
Somebody I'm
so that's
dating can
another
pop
so,
up.
so that's another boundary.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a woman you're dating, she can just pop up at your crib. What if you have another person over?
Can we three of us is here?
Okay. Well, for me, I mean, I think no pop ups.
It's the three of us.
I
I mean,
think
you know
unless
what it
we in a
is.
relationship, you're not to come to my house unannounced. You
You
shouldn't
know
even
what it
know
is,
really where
shorty.
I live at.
Oh, you did?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nah, no pop ups.
Mm, no pop-ups. All right.
No.
I mean, you know, we need to add that to the boundary list. No pop-ups.
Yeah, I mean,
All
unless,
right.
like I said, if it's my man, then that's different. But you know,
All right.
even he should be calling. He shouldn't just be popping up left and right. I might be trying to take a nap. Like,
That's
I
it.
mean, huh?
That's it. He might be taking a nap.
I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he could, but like, like what we going there for? Like, what we trying to sneak up on somebody? Like, what's that about? Like, you popping up to
Yeah.
surprise me, or are you trying to sneak up on me?
I mean, you just never know. He might have some roses in his hands. I don't know. You know what I
Okay, he
mean?
can pop up with
It could
roses.
be he just left the bar and he like about to go to my shorty crib.
I wish he would
Sweet
come to.
cheeks.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I guess if I'm up, I don't know. Go to the bar. I don't see the guy I want is not gonna be at no bar coming home to me at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, why it be two? It could be 10:30, 11.
Okay.
So, so, so I have poker nights. I have a bowling league that I could go to, and pool league that I go to. Usually it ends around roughly 10 to 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And usually all of them are at the bar or restaurant, like bar restaurant is. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, when I go there, I might get some wings and a beer
Mhm.
or two, get a little tipsy, right? Not
I don't
really
know if I want a
going.
guy going doing all that going out though. I like more of a homebody type of dude. I don't
Homebody.
think I would be like into a guy who's like going out here this night and Tuesday night he gonna be out here and Wednesday night he gonna be out here. Like that's too active for me. I want somebody that go to work and go to the gym and come home.
Mm, mm.
I want somebody that's like not going out several times a night, like he can go, or several times a week.
All right. So, is complete submission something you desire in a relationship, or are you looking for a more balanced partnership?
Who's doing the submitting?
I mean, he can submit, or you can submit, or you want balance. I mean,
Does that
you
mean
say you
balance
want
mean?
someone, you want somebody that's home, that comes gym, work, gym, home. You know what I mean? Sounds like he's gonna be doing the submitting.
Why is that submitting? Like, I want that to be his lifestyle. Like, that's how he lives. He don't want to. It's a to me, it's a certain type of nigga that want to be out. All types of night, all through the week, or every weekend. Like, that's the certain type of
But
dude.
but what if he joins a bowling league? He likes to bowl. Like that's his
Okay,
hobby.
all right, he could be on a bowling league. That's cool.
They bowl every Monday and Wednesday, so you already know he's going to be out till about 10:30, 11.
I guess. Whatever. I'm
He's
slow.
going to be like, "Come on, babe, you can join the bowling league with me."
I've done that before, actually.
Oh, you did?
I did, but
How was that? How was that experience?
it was cool.
It don't sound like it's something that you would want to do ever again.
I mean, it was all right. It just wasn't really my world. Like, it was his world, and he invited me into it, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. So you know, I had bowled before in the past. So we
Hmm.
bowled, and it was all right.
It was cool. It was all right.
It was all right.
Not your cup of. It was not your cup of tea.
It wasn't something I would have wanted to do over and over and over and just keep doing over. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know if it's something I want to do like forever. It was fun when me and him did it together. It was fun. We had a good time. But I don't know if I want a man that's what he's doing. I mean, but if that's what he do and he's like great in every other way and I trust him, then yeah, I guess.
All right, cool.
I tell you one thing. When I was doing it, it was a lot of couples that did it together. Like, when I was doing that with
Yeah,
him and we were like bowling together, we met a lot of other couples that bowled together. So, it wasn't really a lot of single men that was out bowling while their wives was at home. Most of them was together.
coupled up.
Yeah.
So, is it best for a couple to hang out with other couples, or is it okay for couples to hang out with single people?
As individuals or as a couple?
I mean, would would you rather your man to be hanging out with other people that's in relationships, or would
Oh.
you don't care who he hang around with?
I mean, his boys or his friends are his friends. Like, I don't think you get to choose your friends like that. I mean, I think I would prefer that his friends were, in relationships, but life don't always happen like that. People get divorced. They might have been in a relationship, or they might just be a friend that just ain't going. And they say like birds of a feather flock together. So you kind of in your mind think, well, if all his boys are single, or they not the relationship type, then he might not be. Um, and I think people in relationships support each other too. Like men that are in
Mm,
relationships, if they're friends with other men who are in relationships and they're having problems in their relationship, they're more likely to kind of encourage them to stay or try to work it out, as opposed to a single friend who might be more inclined to want you to be single too, like them. So y'all can go on that trip to DR together.
mm-hmm.
So um, I think there's a benefit to your man having friends with other men who are also in relationships, but I don't think you can necessarily like, you know, uh manipulate that. Like, it is what it is, you know?
Mm,
Like, you can't be like, well, I don't want you being friends with, your best friend, you know, uh whoever no more, because he's single.
mm,
Like, I don't want you hanging out with him no more. He's single. He out there looking for girls, which is probably true. He probably is. he probably he probably is, but that don't mean you got to do
mm,
it. And I'm sure y'all can find other. Maybe y'all go play basketball together or something. You know,
mm-hmm.
go do some other activity.
Mm,
But,
I guess. You know.
mhm.
I guess. We're gonna step this up. We're gonna get to the
We
PG
ain't deep
13
yet. Like, I
questions.
thought we was already in that.
Nah, that was the first and why. That was the first game. Second game, the PG-13
Mm-hmm.
gets a little deeper. So PG-13 is when that you involved, you liking him, you feeling him, and you got break more and break down more the surface, see where his integrity, his morals is at. All
Okay.
right. If you're smart, the first one you can do that on your own. You're a sapiosexual, like you said. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're not, don't worry, I got you covered. These
Mm-hmm.
questions can help you with that.
Okay.
All right. So first question:
Mm-hmm.
are you interested in taking calculated risks, or do you prefer to play things safe? Scared money don't make no money.
You know, somebody said that to me the other day, and I told him it was a red flag
Why?
because I felt like he was trying to manipulate me.
You know who you got that from?
What?
He got that from Young Jeezy. One of his songs. It was like "Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go," was it Young Jeezy? I think it was Young Jeezy. Ever go broke? I'm gonna take your money. No, maybe it wasn't. I think it was. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'm gonna take your money.
Listen, here's the thing. I've heard of scared money don't make no money before. I just still think that when a man says it to a woman, depending on the circumstances, it could be considered manipulation.
So, what context he said it to you?
In the context of me saying that I wanted to take things slow.
Take things
Hmm.
slow.
So what do you think about?
Whoa.
So what you think about that? If you tell somebody you want to take things slow, and they say scared money don't make no money, what they trying to say?
I think he said, "Yo, come, let's
He
get
trying
off."
to He trying to manipulate me. I consider that red flag.
He's trying to manipulate you into having sex, or he trying to manipulate you to committing to him.
He's trying to manipulate me into not taking my time. Period, which is a problem, or at least that's how I took it.
So you
And
stop talking to him.
I ain't stopped talking to him, but I definitely did tell him that I felt like that was a red flag. Should I stop talking to him?
I ain't saying that.
I'm
Nope.
asking. Is that a red
I
flag?
mean,
Is it a
is
red
that the only
flag?
is that the only red flag he displayed?
Um, yeah, pretty much. I mean, here's the thing. He was all like, "Yeah, nah, I agree. Yeah, take your time, be friends. We should be friends. We should take our time. We should be friends." But then again, scared money don't make no money. Sometimes you gotta do what you feel. And I was like, it's a red flag, it's a red flag. And he was like, what you talking about? And I was like, it's a red flag, it's a red
So
flag. I was like, you full of
he
shit.
just
I know that. I know this trick.
so he's just contradicting himself.
Yeah, I was like, how you gonna tell me take my time and then he tried to come at me, well, oh, nah, that's just a phrase, like just like what you just said, like it's song like, oh, scared money. I'm like, nigga, I know what the fuck it means.
And you
I'm
could
not
be
talking
just
about what the
joking.
fuck it means. I'm talking about the fact that um, you know, like the context in which you're using it, you're trying to get me to throw caution to the wind. Why are you trying to get me to throw caution to the
Hmm.
wind? That's what the fuck that means.
Hmm.
That means go on and take a risk.
Hmm.
Why you trying to get me to take a risk? So yeah, that's how I felt about it.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you two, three more questions out of this deck because I have been holding you hostage for a while. I haven't holding you hostage.
Yeah, you got
I
me up.
think it's got you up. It's
You made me miss
mhm.
the whole DNC. I don't know what Kamala said now.
You can watch it on YouTube later. Um, all right. So finding a balance between spending quality time together and maintaining individual space and interest is essential for a healthy relationship. How do you define that balance? And how can we create a dynamic that works best for you and your partner?
Oh my god, yo. My question is mad long.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
you
not
read it
long.
again or something? Like it's so
Nope,
long.
I'm skipping. I'm skipping.
Okay.
I'm skipping. I'm gonna give you something a little less long.
Okay. Still love.
All right. So the holidays can bring joy and stress in equal measures. How do you typically celebrate holidays, and how can you and your partner navigate blending traditions or creating new ones together?
Yeah. I mean, it's an easy one.
It's
That's an
easy
easy
one.
one.
How easy?
Like,
Like,
huh?
how did you do it in your past?
Well, I had a blended marriage. I had a whole blended family.
Okay.
Like, so I mean, I shouldn't say it was easy. It had its challenges, but I guess because like you just coordinated. You just coordinated. Like
Just do it.
we had a big blended family. We had to share the kids for Christmas with your other parents and for holidays with your other parents and then his side of the family had things they did for the holidays and my side of the family had things they did for the holidays. So we just did things on different days if necessary. Like if they was going with their
Mm.
other parents for Christmas Day, we celebrated on Christmas Eve. Or vice
Yeah.
versa. Or Thanksgiving is one of those tough holidays because you don't want to be house hopping like that. Thanksgiving goes by quick, so you kind of want to just choose a house and post. But you know,
So your husband did all the cooking for Thanksgiving too? You just sat there and went
no,
and
we
got the
went to
groceries?
family. We went to family houses for Thanksgiving. It was a bring a dish kind of situation, but
Oh, okay.
there were
Yeah.
times when like it just made more sense for his family because he had a smaller family and I had a larger family, so it made more sense for his family to come to my family's event as opposed to us trying to make it to both events, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
But yeah, we
Mm.
did. I think we could figure it out.
Mm.
Yeah, you blend it up. You compromise. You compromise and coordinate. That's what it
Mm.
takes. Compromise and coordination and,
Compromise and
and
coordination. Okay.
patience and tolerance. Because you might not necessarily like the other person's, you know, or you might
That's
not
true.
necessarily be super comfortable with the other person's family traditions. Because, you know, different cultures, I've experienced different cultures, you know, like I went to an African party once, you know, and that was different. You know what I mean? That was like a whole different kind of thing. Like it was like I want to say it was either a birthday
You ate
party,
some fufu?
huh?
You ate some fufu?
Yeah, they had all that. They had goat meat at the end, everything.
Was the food good?
The food was really good. The food was really
Yeah.
good, but it was culturally different. Like they have the men party in one room and the women party in another room. That was like
Was you
very
fully
different,
covered?
huh?
Did you cover the girls? Did you cover the girls?
What you mean? Like,
I said your girls on the camera right now, but when you was at the
oh,
party,
oh
did
yeah,
you
now they
cover
was
the
covered.
girls?
They was covered. They was covered.
It's covered.
They was covered, but I think I mean, everybody was regular, whatever. But I just thought it was strange that like all the men like literally was in one room and all the women were literally in another room. You know,
They was bromancing.
nah, that's just how they do. That's how they do their parties, or at least that particular party. I guess I don't know.
Wow. All right. Let me get to this last few questions. Sharing passwords can be a sign of trust, but
Doing
it
what?
also involves
Doing what
sharing
could be a sign of
passwords
sharing passwords. Oh, okay, shit. Okay.
can be a sign of trust, but it also involves privacy boundaries. How comfortable are you with sharing passwords for social media, email, or other accounts?
No, no, we're not doing that.
None at all. No sharing passwords.
No. I think that's a bit much sharing passwords. I don't want to share passwords. I don't want to have to share
N-
passwords. I think
Never,
ever.
never, ever, ever.
Here's my thing. I don't think it should be like a hidden thing, like like a thing where it's like I can't look in your phone. You know what I mean? But I don't think you should have like free
She
reign to go
wildin'.
all the way through somebody's phone in the sense of having like their password
She is
because
wildin',
these
people.
days phones have a lot of
You
sensitive
was just
information in
talking
them,
about
and it's not all
how
necessarily just the
personal you
business of
want your
your
man to
partner. It
be,
could
how you
be,
want your man to be only
they
worried
family
about
member
you. You
business, somebody
okay
else's business,
with
they
not having
private
a
thoughts, all
password
type of
to his
shit, their
phone?
kids' business.
Yeah, right.
I just feel
Cap.
it's like so invasive. Like I do not want somebody going through my phone. Like matter of fact, I need all my best friends to like, you know, crack, like break my phone. Like if anything ever
No one
happens
wants
to
to
me,
go
like
through
don't
your
let
whole
nobody go on my
phone.
phone.
All right.
Oh, I
All
got you on
right.
the screen.
So
But
we
I
have
do
this
think,
last.
but that being said, I do feel that if, say, for instance, somebody texts you
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's, whatever, and your spouse is sitting right there and they're like, oh, let me see, that you shouldn't be like, you can't hand them your phone. You know what I'm
So
saying?
so what if the spouse decide to go on the other text messages right then and there?
They shouldn't be looking at the what other text messages.
I
They
mean,
they
after they
can't.
look at that text message,
Uh huh.
they back out of that and
Uh huh.
then see who else texts you.
That's a lie.
Some people just start acting like, it's their
That's
phone.
a trust issue. That's a trust issue. That's you need to break up. You need to break up. That's
Oh,
you don't trust each other.
okay. So they better just look at that one text message and that's it.
I mean, and that one person with that one person, but they already just showed they got a,
Is
I don't
there a,
know.
sh- is there a scroll clause? You know what I
There's
mean? If they
no
read that
call.
one text message, can they scroll up to see what y'all was talking about? Or
I mean, but who is this person they scrolling to look at?
you said if the spouse is right there
Uh
and
huh.
they look over, just so happen they see someone text us, even though it's his phone. Hey, who just text us? He should. Oh, that's such and such. And you go, let me see. What did he say? Can you now scroll up? You know,
I mean, you probably shouldn't. Like you really probably shouldn't. You really probably should. You really probably shouldn't even like. What are you looking at? Like unless he sent a funny meme or a funny video or funny picture, you know what I'm saying. Your spouse could pretty much tell you what the text message said if they want to share.
yeah,
You know. I mean, you do need to have a certain level of privacy because again, it's not just your life. Like that person right now might be telling you about a party on Friday and you like, yo, look, Joe just said it's a party on Friday. But last week y'all might have been talking about, his erectile dysfunction and like what you do for yours. Like and maybe necessarily everybody don't need to
yeah.
know that. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's business. Like, so what if you scroll up and he like, yo, so what was it? Was it Viagra or Cialis? Which one you was fucking with? And now your girl know all his business. Like, nah, you can't be scrolling. You can't be scrolling.
Can't
You
be
shouldn't even
scrolling.
really be looking unless it's something that you need to see to understand. You shouldn't be, but
Okay.
people do it, and the thing about it is that's because people don't got no trust in nobody. Nobody got no trust these days. Trust is
Oh,
almost
real
non-existent these days.
finicky.
No, thank you. What?
All right. So I had my last deck.
No,
Red
thank you.
flag
What? What you
indicators.
said? No, thank you.
No, I didn't say no thing. I said real finicky. Trust is real finicky.
Okay.
So I got this last card deck. Red flag indicator. Should I
Mm.
bust it open and ask about 3, 4 questions, or should we call it a night?
Wait a minute. Is this gonna help me find red flags, or how does this work?
Well, red flag indicator is more about intimacy and sex questions. Tasteful questions.
Wow, might as well just keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? Like we already in it now. Like
Okay, all right. It's conversation and
now, how crazy
cocktails
we
with.
getting? I don't need nobody coming for me, y'all.
I mean, I give you an example right now.
Okay.
When a man covers the expenses for a vacation you both are planning, do you feel any implied expectation for intimacy?
Okay. Wait a minute. All right. Ask this question one more time. If a man is planning, is paying for the
When a
expenses for,
man when a man covers the expenses for a vacation
uh-huh.
you both are planning,
Uh-huh.
do you feel implied
Mm-hmm.
any expectations for intimacy?
We're both planning it. Are we already like what are we? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Like what's the situation here?
Say if it's the beginning. Let's go off the beginning. Because if it's boyfriend and girl, if it's boyfriend, y'all in a relationship,
Yeah.
obviously that's a no brainer. But if it's in the beginning, like y'all just about official,
Y'all just about
is it
official?
implied?
I mean, I'm
It's
gonna tell
almost
this is what
official.
I think. I mean, I personally don't think sex is ever implied. I think implied kind of carries the connotation of like obligated or like, something you have to do and you never actually have to have sex. Like it's definitely always optional. But, that being said, I think that there might be some type of expectation of sex or intimacy and that should be discussed prior to the vacation. And so y'all both gotta be
Right.
on the same page because you know what? I don't know. Like, is intimacy really something you could plan like that? Like, what if you're not feeling it that night? What if like I don't know, what if it's just not that type of vibe? What if y'all decide y'all gonna end up breaking up right after that vacation because something bad happened on the vacation? You still gotta have sex?
Nah, I mean, he spent all this money. You think most men that spend all this money to go on a vacation with you or any woman, how many of them not gonna want to try to get some sweet cheeks?
I mean, I think here's the thing about it, okay? Here's the thing. It depends on so many different things. Like, if y'all are dating already and like you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but you've been on a couple dates, you if you're comfortable enough with this person to get on an airplane together and go be somewhere together and sleep in the same bed with that person, then yeah, I think that there's a high probability that sex could happen, but I just don't ever think it's like a quid pro quo thing where it's like it's an expectation or it's like a liability or obligation. Like, like, well, that's the fucking side of the menu type shit. Like if you go on this trip, you giving me some pussy, like what? Like, I'd rather not go if it was to that. Like, if I'm gonna give you some pussy, it's gonna be because I want to, not
Mm.
because you paid for a trip.
Hmm.
That's you might as well go get you a prostitute. Why
You
don't you
don't need
just go like if
prostitutes
it's to
though.
that? Like, I mean, like
You might as well go to DR, right?
exactly. Like if you just feel like you paying for it, like you feel like because you spent a certain amount of money that you're entitled to it, then why don't you go there? It's probably cheaper. You should just go there and you know
Mm-hmm.
spend a couple $100 and get it done. Like that's
It
just
costs that much? Couple $100?
or how much it cost. I don't know. I never been.
You know?
Have
Oh, you
Have
never
you
been?
been? Haven't you been?
I've been in Dominican Republic, but I've been to Punta Cana.
And you ain't never meet with none of the girls out there?
No,
None of the working ladies?
no, I was always on a resort. I'm too scared.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I've never been myself. I've heard stories.
Interesting.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. Let's see here. You're a hopeless romantic, right?
I am.
You've been married before, right?
I have.
Okay. If we were planning our wedding rings right now, would you go for something classic or something a little more unique?
Something more unique.
Unique?
Yeah.
Like a blood diamond?
Mm, no. What are you talking about? You meant like what do you mean? You mean like the style of ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like unique style of jewelry. Like I'm not necessarily a traditionalist.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So you just
I
kind of
like
like
Levion jewelry. Like that's what kind of ring.
Le'Veon.
Yeah, I love
All right.
Levion.
So do he go to your best friend and ask him then for help, or your whoever, or he just go pick it out and you be happy?
I mean, I would hope that he's been like, we've looked at those kinds of things together before, and he has an idea of what I might like.
Okay.
I will hope that he
All right.
knows me well enough that he knows like that this
Or
question, this blurty question right here, that we've
yeah,
answered this question
yeah.
hopefully, and talked
Okay.
about like what we like in terms of jewelry and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it acceptable to discuss issues with your relationship with friends or family, or do you believe in keeping these matters private?
Oh God, this is such a hard one. This gotta be the hardest question on earth to me because like I see the benefits in both. Um and I see the deficits in both. Like I see the pros and cons to both sides. You know what I mean? I think um
Hmm.
I think there does need to be somebody that you can run some stuff by. I couldn't imagine keeping everything in my relationship like and never being able to talk to anybody about it. Especially if I felt some type of way about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you
Hmm.
need to have like a sounding board. Sometimes you need to be able to run. And I think people that don't want you to run anything that happens in a relationship by anybody else, I think that's dangerous because like that motherfucker could be brainwashing you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, and you get so psychologically manipulated that you don't even realize, you don't even realize it
Mm.
until you tell somebody like, yeah, nah, he did this and that, and they're like, and what did you do? And you're like, well, I just did this, and then you're like, what? And then you start to realize that, oh, maybe this behavior is, maybe I'm not thinking right, you know,
Hmm.
or I don't know. It's tough. I think for the most part, you should keep it between yourselves.
For the
Yeah.
most part.
For the most part,
So
I would
now,
say you should keep it
so
between yourselves.
now one person. So now one person you can share it with.
No, I'm saying you should. There should be somebody. I'm saying for the most
Okay.
part, you should keep it to yourself. But there should be somebody that you can, yeah, that has some ideas about your relationship that knows like a little bit of the history and you know what I'm saying, that has some type of like beat on it with you, like a second
Okay.
pair of eyes, you know. But
Okay.
I mean, I guess once you get married and like, I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard question, Jay. I wonder what other people think of that question because I've heard different answers. Like I've heard some people say, "What do you think?" I've heard some people say like, "Don't tell
Hmm.
nobody nothing that's going on in your relationship. Keep it in house." And then I've also heard that be used to manipulate somebody where nobody else knew what was going on with them and they was being
Hmm.
manipulated or making really bad
Hmm.
choices and they had no like help, no outside help.
Mm.
What do you think?
Okay. I think it's okay to, talk to one person outside, one or two people that's in your inner circle. And that inner circle has to be like 10 plus, 20 plus years,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Obviously they've been really good to you if they like 15, 20 plus years. And
Mm-hmm.
um, then yeah, you would know you can share.
Mm-hmm.
Um, everybody in a listening ear to vent. And not everybody's going to a therapist, unfortunately. Um, so if at least you have somebody listening ear. Hopefully that person that has the listening ear is not
I
really
do.
giving you advice
Mm-hmm.
because usually those people they're not qualified. If they didn't go to school to be a therapist, then 9 times out of 10 they're not qualified to give advice. They shouldn't be giving
Mm-hmm.
advice when it comes to emotions. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But
Okay, so you kind
I
of feel
love
like
talking
me.
about
You kind of agree
yeah,
with me. Like for the most part to yourself, but there should be at least one or two people that you can kind of
that
like
yeah,
what check your thinking
yeah.
and your
I need to
logic.
run some things. Yeah, I
Yeah,
need to make sure y'all is the way how I'm thinking is right. Is like
exactly.
I just need a different perspective. It's like
Hmm.
you write an essay in college, you have somebody proofread your paper.
Exactly. Like, does this make sense?
Everything on the paper was your thoughts. You know, so
Yeah, but
like
you still, like
yeah,
you said, you still have somebody pre proofread it and be like, "Yo, does this make sense? Is there anything you think I should
yeah,
change? Is there anything
change.
you think I need to think about a little bit harder or in a different way? And it's
Yeah,
helpful. It's helpful.
yeah.
That's why people do it.
Am I bugging? It's my argument.
Exactly. Exactly. Am I bugging? Am
So,
I not seeing this correctly? Even, I mean, and when it's your close friend, like you said, somebody you've been friends with for years, they also have knowledge of your previous relationship, so they can point out patterns to you and they can kind of like, you
mhm,
know, help you with that learning and growth process that takes place throughout life as you go through different
mhm,
relationships. You're like, now you remember the last nigga? I told you. And last time you did the
mhm,
same shit. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of that stuff,
mhm,
I'm not gonna say you forget about it, but it's not always in the forefront of your mind. You know,
mm,
you might miss it. So two
mhm,
heads are better than one, I think. But you know,
mm.
but you do have to be very selective
Copy.
about who that person is, because
Yeah.
um, you know, you just want to make sure that it's somebody that is, gonna keep your shit on low. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want, like there's consequences. You know what I'm saying, to sharing
Mhm,
information with the wrong person. And that's
mhm.
why I think they say like try to keep it in house as possible. Because
Yeah.
everybody doesn't have your best interest in mind, and like you said, everybody's not qualified to
No.
give advice. And I've known a motherfucker to steer another person wrong in a relationship. Like I even have to tell, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? You don't know everybody motivations. I tell like my son and his friends or whatever, you know, it'll be the boy that's hating on your girl, telling you, "Oh, you should break up with her. She fat, she this, she that." They secretly want your girl.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They be the first ones to pull up on her the minute you break up with her. So, I have to tell my son, be careful
Mhm.
of unsolicited, especially advice about your lady or your relationship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
That's true.
All
All
right,
right,
last
last
question,
question.
Jay.
Last
Last
question.
question, because I'm getting tired.
All right.
Make it a good one. I mean, they all been good. Like, actually, don't fry my brain. That last one fried my brain a little bit.
If entrusted with a choice between unprotected sex and sharing personal information such as your social security number, which one you'd be more comfortable with?
One more time, please. One more time.
If entrusted with a choice between unprotected sexual activity
Hmm.
and sharing personal information such as your social security number, which would you be more comfortable with?
I mean, I'd rather share my social security number with you than have unprotected sex. I mean, at least I could, fucking, what's this, identity theft protect myself? Like, I mean, at least you got some type of recourse. I mean, I think they're both very intrusive, but I mean, who exactly are we talking about?
I mean, it's a
Are we
new
sharing
guy.
personal medical information? Can we share that?
It's,
That's what I thought you was gonna ask me. I thought you was gonna ask me if I'm have unprotected sex or share personal medical history.
oh, that question is in this deck, but that was the
Yeah, I
last
would have
question.
said share personal medical history, but you're saying
That
share. Do I want to share my social?
so
What do you need my social for?
so for the viewers out there that's just curious, because I only read off a couple questions. Um, I'll give you a few more questions, but we got to get off live. It's late.
Hmm.
Uh, question: Have you ever been so? angered by your
They
partner
getting
that
ready.
you restored to,
Sounds like they're getting ready to
you
wrap
resorted
it up.
to damage their belongings as a form of
That'll Texas last
retaliation.
question.
Mm-hmm.
What circumstances or factors would lead you to consider infidelity in a relationship? If your partner were to be unfaithful, would you would your reaction be directed towards them or the third party involved?
To them.
He sounded
Could
a
you
little
share your
drunk.
sexual
Is he gonna be able
orientation?
to finish?
Do you identify as a member of the LGBTQ community?
We can hear the
Um, what is your
we
family
can hear the smoke
dynamic
alarm in the
like? Do
back.
you get along with your family members? Those are a few of the red flag questions. Oh, has pagan ever interest you?
Mm. So wait a minute. The questions I was asked was red flag detector questions.
Turn myself
Those
up a little
last
bit
four or
so y'all
five
can hear
questions
me.
that I asked
There
you
we
was all
go.
red flag.
There we
So I
go.
asked you questions from so I asked you questions from each deck, all three decks.
We're getting ready to get on
Okay.
here and do a little talk. It's,
So the
So
last
they went a
question
little longer
about
than I thought.
the
We
social
got we got
security
like 30
number
minutes
or
left, so we good.
the protected sex is a red flag detector question.
that was a red flag question.
So does that mean I have a red flag?
No. So the game is designed as such.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to get to know you and who you are. We just started dating. So since we just started dating, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This the game we need to play.
Okay.
I like this guy. I like him. Like I feel like he got it in him to be the one for me.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to dig deep. We need to dig a lot deeper.
Mm. Okay.
I'm going to proceed with caution. We're going to proceed with caution. You know, fill him out a lot more. See where his integrity lies at. See where
Mm-hmm.
his morals and values. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
this is more so surface level questions. But if you're a good conversationalist, you can get beneath the surface with these questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, then you just this can help you get there.
Okay.
So before you have sex and be all intimate,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of sexual questions to see if we, you know what I mean? Because you can be wild, you can be out there,
Uh-huh.
and also you can catch them in a lie a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
So let's get these sex questions out the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's no questions in here about how many sex partners you have,
Mm-hmm.
but do you identify as the sex you've been born? Are you gay? The guy from the black ink.
That's one way to directly ask without offending somebody, because some of these men get offended when you ask, like, yo, you on the down low, like, oh, it's like, I don't know, would a
Have
man
you
really
ever
even
have you ever
answer that question?
have you ever seen that man and you was just like, he get his nails done. He's a little bit, you know what I mean? He got the blackout Beijing. He's so manicured. He
Yeah,
gives me a little.
my gaydar has
Wish I
definitely
could
gone
show the
off on more than one
wish
occasion.
I could show the game while I play it.
So how else you been? You know, what I mean? Would you directly ask?
I have, but
And how did
it
the
didn't go.
outcome?
It didn't go well. Is my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. that
It didn't
that
go
question
well,
does not go over well. Like,
but the question will go over well a lot better when you have a person. I mean, you have a game to blame.
hmm I agree.
Especially he admits, yeah, we can play this game. What is this game?
Mhm.
That's why I created it, to help us
Get to
really
the
tap
bottom of
in.
things.
Because if you knew what you knew now,
hmm
or let me rephrase, when you was in a relationship, if you knew what you knew at the end of the relationship,
hmm
would you would have ever started in the beginning?
Of course not.
Maybe not. Probably,
Of course not. What
probably
kind of
not
question
on
is that?
some
Of
of them.
course you wouldn't
Maybe.
start that.
You know.
So this game I designed is to help with that.
Okay.
You can play it in a group. You can play it in a group setting. You can
Mm,
play it by yourself because a lot of people don't even really know themselves.
mm,
A lot of people are lying to themselves.
mm.
So
Yeah.
that's why I created
Yeah.
this
You gotta
game.
do you gotta do some thinking on a lot of them cards.
A lot of those
I
questions.
had to put my thinking cap on.
Think they're finishing up
And T,
here,
I thank you for
y'all.
playing with me tonight.
We
Oh,
are
question. So,
spilling over
since I
time
was a
here.
participant, do I get a free deck so I could take and get to know somebody?
I got
Wanted to
you.
be able to
It's
get
not
into
going to
the
be free,
topic, but
but I got you.
I was a
don't look like that's
participant.
gonna
Just
happen.
encourage other participants.
Nothing's free over here.
I'm gonna work this out on the back end, but okay.
Okay. Yes. I appreciate you. Where can people slide in your DMs at? Do you have Instagram, TikTok?
Oh,
I mean, it might be a guy that love your answers, love your conversation,
oh
you
God.
know, or a gal. It might be a girl or a gal that be like, yo, that one right there, she official.
um,
Here, is your DMs open?
I'm single. Yeah, my DMs is open. I guess. Like,
So what's your Instagram name? Do you prefer
they,
them to contact you by Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or your phone number or email?
my DMs is closed, bro. That's too much. Like, just reach out to Jay if you want. If you want to get to me, reach out to Justin. Blerdy, let Blerdy set it up.
Contact me and I'll get you in contact with her. Or I'll send your profile over to her.
There you go. That
She'll
works.
vet it,
Yeah.
and then we can make a match made in heaven if you cool.
Yeah.
All right, TT. Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Jay. Take it easy.
Until
Thanks for this. This
to
was
the
fun.
next time.
all right, all right.
Yes, yes.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. Woo! That was real. That was real right there. That was real. It's a great conversation. Great night. Um, all the people that's tuning in, thank you for checking us out. I'll do this again soon. If you ever want to join in the call, let me know. Schedule a time and date, and we can have fun with it. All right. Peace.
Yeah, he's about to end it.
Follow all the Bloody social media: Twitch, Instagram, TikTok,
Follow his
YouTube,
social media, Blerdy
and we catch you to the next one.
Dating,
All right.
all on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, boy. How y'all feeling? We in this thing. You already know. We back. That was the Blerdy Dating Show. Everybody that's was tuning in, appreciate it. We're already an hour in. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna snip this into 2 different episodes and create a new episode just for the talk show, and then one for me talking afterwards. But I'm gonna give my comments on it. It was it's a lot of questions he's asked. One question he asked was, would you, if you knew everything about your partner before you dated them, would you still date them when you first started? And initially you're like, hell no. Why? If I knew everything why would I have started dating if I knew all of this before and I wasn't happy with it? Like, but in actuality and reality, when you first start talking to someone, some things you're willing to excuse because the excitement of knowing a new person, I mean, and getting to know a new person, if you knew they were a certain way, yeah, you'll be like, heck no, I'm skate on by. But, you know, sometimes you eventually get over that. Hold on, he's calling me right now. Here we go. Hey, man. How you feel? That's what I was like. I thought you were gonna be like 30 minutes, maybe like 45 max. But I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I got in late. I got in like I got in like that. I got in pretty early. It was y'all were on like maybe like 10 minutes before I got in, right?
Oh yeah, probably. That was 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, what you think? No, it is going to pop. It's going to pop. I mean, we just gotta really get the people participating, because you should have like 5 or 6 different women up there at a time asking these questions, and then say that again.
I was gonna do certain women schedule events, just one-on-one, and then sometimes it was a group of friends. I'll do 3 women at once, because they all know each other. When they all know each other, they're gonna bug out a lot longer.
Yeah.
So I was gonna probably do a little bit of both, actually, because that's just non-stop.
You should do like you should make it like a game. Like if you get called in like a contradiction, or like, so some of the questions they asked, like, because remember she was so, if I have a man, that's my man, but you're okay with not having his code to his phone? That's cap. That's cap. Like, when you can have like a buzzer right there, like zzz, like hit a buzzer when that happens. Like, that would be funny. Like, everybody will laugh at that, and that would get them. But all in all, like, yeah, it's cool. What do you drink every time you ask a question? Like, how do you? What is that? Or are you just drinking?
I just be drinking.
Oh, okay.
Because the game called Conversation and Cocktails.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah. I mean, just like a nice background where you got like things around you that you can pick up and show to the screen. Background, like that studio space. When you get that, that's gonna be real nice.
My girl was watching, and she sent me a long text message.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, good. At least she's trying to help out. But that's how often you gonna do, like every week or every weekend? Like, what's gonna be your?
I'm trying to hopefully do it every 2-3 days.
Cause you can go live anywhere now. You don't gotta be at the house. So but you just need a good mic set so they can hear you. And hey, I would look into like wireless mics, Rode mics, and stuff like that.
I just bought some Rode mics, some wireless Rode wireless go 2. It's only one mic, so I gotta buy another one. That should cost me $200.
God dang.
Yeah, it's really good quality too. So I need to step up my interviews, my live interviews when I'm out and about. So all that stuff is gonna get increased, man. I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna increase it, and
I'm gonna be out in the A this weekend, so I'm gonna try to get some more connections. Every time I go out, I try to talk to a couple people, tell them what's going on, get them some information. I forgot to send the link to a couple of people that I was talking to, but I'll see them again at this. There's a karaoke night at Carolina Air House on Sunday nights. So every Sunday nights they there. So I might walk in there, see who's in there, see what's popping, and get some more, networking and shit done.
how I upload the video, start streaming. So when I stream from StreamYard,
Yeah.
I went live on all the platforms, but my video is like, I'm like, yo, did it record on?
If you go live, it doesn't record.
It records on StreamYard.
I don't know if it record unless you pay. If you pay for it, yeah, it should. If you pay for the recording, it should record while you're on live. Yeah.
I paid for it to pay for.
Yeah. So, what are you trying to do? Update it or something?
I'm trying to see the video so I can upload it to Twitch and everything else.
So you weren't streaming live to there because it should already be on there.
I did. I really did. And I saw the stream, but I didn't see. It don't have the video up there no more. But I also don't know where you can upload the video.
It should save it to your desktop. I have Streamlabs. Mine saves it to my desktop in my video folder, and I can just pull it back up. But I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to find where it saves your file at, and yeah, upload it there. But I'm about to wrap up. I was streaming live too. I'm still on live, really.
Oh, okay. I thought you probably should stream my shit. That would have been like G code for you.
No, I was streaming yours while you was live. I was streaming on live on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like 5-10 viewers that came in, and they kept coming in and out. Yeah, it was pretty straight. But you know, it gotta pick up. It's gonna pick up once people see what's going on. They're gonna tune in, and when they know to get on, nobody knows when to get on it. So, but yeah, we keep adding whatever we need to keep it engaging, because that's all, you know. Keep it engaging, keep it fun, keep it, you know, the jokes, and then what you do is take your recording when you find it, and then put it. There's an app, I gotta find it, but it makes TikTok videos of your questions, of like, you know, hot moments, or you could do it yourself, of like, you know, I mean, that's probably what you're trying to find. Yeah, just find like a good 20 seconds, a good 30 seconds of it that's funny. Add in some memes, add in some other clips to it, like that would generate more traffic around it. So sort of like what you got on your IG, but just add in your footage to it, and then add in other footage with that. So it's gonna build up. We already see that. But you already know I mean, I'm gonna be up probably till like 1, so I had a couple of topics. I was going down, talk about a few things. I got the still collective highlights playing right now. Dang. Well, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, and we probably go and probably get some footage, get some content uptown or something. Cause my boy, he DJing at this one event. I'm gonna see if I can pop up there. But all right then. Yeah, good show, man. I like the vibe. You know, if we can even add in some like commercial breaks or something where you maybe do like some business shout outs and stuff like that. Bring in like a panel, bring in like 2-3 people to give like their feedback on everything, and just, you know, just involve more people. That's all. Make sure we send the links out. Like, you know how we do. We pretty much got a whole campaign going on right now. We go out and we hit the streets, get people involved and influenced, and we come here and we go live on the stream, and then we keep doing that. This shit gonna grow. This shit it has to grow. There's no choice. We pumping steroids in this bitch. so yeah, man, you good though? Shit. Just liking these checks coming in every week. That's all I need. equipment. When I get my equipment, y'all, this shit about to go bonkers. Like, it's not even gonna be a game. Like, I've been holding back because I've been trying to save and pay bills and shit. But now the bills are paid, debt almost paid up, car paid off. Like, I'm getting ready to get on a rocket ship with this. I tell you, I'm be in the A this weekend, and I'm gonna be at this party. This party with I think it's a Rick Ross and 50 Cent party or something like that. And already my people's already got my tickets, so they was like, come through, and I'm gonna go live from there. So I'll probably go and get me something to wear. Like, I'm pulling up to do it. None to it but to do it. But let me get back to my show, cause I gotta finish up talking about my topic. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I'm over here. I'm reviewing what you're saying. It's like I want to have a conversation about dating down. Like, what are your thoughts on the dating down conversation? Yeah, real quick. So it can be acceptable for women. They don't. Some women don't see it as. They'll just see it as a crutch. Do they see it as a crutch? Like, what do you think? Even if they're looking for companionship.
I don't think they see it as a crutch. I think they see it as a toy. Like, I couldn't find nobody to meet my standards. I'm tired of being alone. Because if somebody's a lawyer, you don't typically see a woman, especially a black woman that's a lawyer, dating down unless they've been with her for years before she became a lawyer.
Yeah.
They're not going to just date a construction worker. They preferably want to date a doctor or someone around their same education.
Okay.
That will be their first choice.
Gotcha.
But then, when they get to a certain age, those certain standards decrease, and they're just looking for some companionship, someone that can just be happy with.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's more like it's kind of like a settling, but it's.
Yeah, it's their priorities and their age.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much a good summary. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, we gonna tune back in whenever you go live again. We'll just, like you said, we'll keep this going. Cause this is what it's about. But yeah, man, I'll hit you tomorrow and get back on it. Alright. But yeah, we got this far. Like I said, we gonna keep this pushing. We're gonna keep this going. We not stopping. We not stopping, people. We not stopping, people. Understand that. Alright? Oh shit. Hold on now. My bad. There we go. Yeah, we not stopping, people. We're gonna keep it going. But yeah, welcome back. We wrapping up the dating show, Blerdy. That was King Just there. We just had a little quick convo with him. Talk about this dating down. Like, it's sad because when we talk about dating down, this was the video that went viral over it. So let's hear it real quick. Here we go.
Now to a segment we like to call So They Say. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, and it looks like the fellas had a lot to say about it. Finding love is not that.
Pause this. Sorry about that, y'all.
Easy, right? And it's especially hard in this economy. And guess what? Many women say they are finding it very hard to find a man who makes as much as they do. A study by Cornell University found
that's
that
cap.
the country's declining marriage rate
I
is
say
due
that's
to the lack
really
of
cap.
financially eligible
There's plenty of men
bachelors.
making a lot of
Women
money.
are actually outpacing men with education, and this is changing the age-old mentality that men are the breadwinners. In turn, the gig or small gigs economy and lack of good jobs out there have left the ladies single and disgruntled. And researchers say they are seeing a trend of women dating down, which means, you know, a man who...
Dating down. Really?
All right, listen, it was in the prompter.
Really? Who wrote that?
I mean, I say all that.
Jeez.
Disgruntled. This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. And we're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So,
Okay, let's pause it.
Go ahead, Love Doctor. All right.
Before he says what he needs to say, because we all know what he's going to say. On your level, around your level, see, there's an issue with judgment of value in this country. And we tend to look at people on a numerical surface level. What are you bringing to the table financially, period, level? Nothing else. And not only does that diminish the value of a person, human being, as a man, that reduces your function to a single node of production. A single node of production, that's what you're focused on. That's all you're worried about. That's it. So therefore, my function outside of that, you care nothing about because you feel like you can do that yourself. Now, see, as a man, that's what we are graded on. And let me show you the hypocrisy of what these women go through and do when it comes to that aspect, when you look at them as a financial breadwinner. But when I'm the financial breadwinner, that's all you're focused about. How much are you making? You're not really focused on anything else, because if everything else was even if everything else was a fraction of as importance as how much you're making, it will still add up enough to overshadow if you're not making enough. Oh, he does this, and also this really well. And he can eventually make the money, but if he's not yet making the money, he doesn't qualify at all. This is a very dangerous way of thinking towards anybody, any human being. And I just do not agree with the whole entire concept of dating down, on your level, around you. There are words, people. There are more words in the vocabulary, and we can use them properly to describe what we're trying to say. If you're trying to say you want someone who makes enough money as you, say that. I want someone who makes just enough money, as much money as I do, if not more. And I also would like them to do this, and this. And if they don't make that much money, then these qualities are needed to be enhanced so that we can eventually get you on that level, or we can eventually both be making some of that money. Or even if we're not making that much money together, you still understand your role to play, and I understand mine. But let me let him say what he has to say, and we're going to get back into it.
So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, Right. You can't be the one to pay for the meal because you're dating down.
Dating down. I hate that. Yeah.
What is that about? It wasn't called dating down.
Right.
Yeah.
When men were the breadwinners and all that.
It's called taking care of
Now
your
it's
family.
dating down.
Yeah.
What is that?
I have a
Yeah.
feeling, though, that some of the issue here is that it may be the psyche of the men, that when they make less, they are insecure, and it can
This
affect their
report is about
relationship.
the women complaining about the fact that,
They don't
now
have.
I got to get
So
a guy
yeah, I
that
guess
has
my
less
question
money
would be:
than me.
so are these women expecting the men to cover everything? They want those breadwinners, so they.
That's what it sounds like to me by this particular study. I have to date down now. What is that? You wanted to make more money, you make more money. What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You wanted to make more money.
Right.
You know, are you going to find many men out there that makes as much as you do?
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there, there's no one out there, I can't find love, I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find that love because the man's not making that much money, and you're going to date down?
All right,
No.
they're wrapping us. I have a feeling this is going to be our morning rush. Extra.
I
We
can
have a
do bad by
lot
myself.
left to say. All right.
What did she say? I can do bad by myself.
I have a feeling this is going to be our morning rush. Extra.
I
We
can
have a
do bad by
lot.
myself.
I can do bad by myself. What kind of delusional logic? Not even logic, delusional impairedness. Or logic impairedness, not delusional impairedness. You just don't even make any sense. That's why he looked at her like that. You can do bad all by yourself? I wish I had someone here next to me to talk about this. Let's say you by yourself. Let's put you by yourself, because that's what you want to be. You want to be by yourself. That's what you are. You by yourself. Okay. Oh, whoops. My bad. Sorry about that. You by yourself. Where were you by yourself at? Where were you by? You was by yourself right here.
Right.
You by yourself. You're alone. You're doing bad on your own. You know what that means? You ain't got nobody to talk to that can help you and support you and get you going. You ain't got nobody helping you. You don't got nobody supporting you. You don't have anyone to cry with or talk with or understand what's happening and try to help you pull you out. It's so ignorant to say something like, I can do bad all by myself, when you're doing bad because you're by yourself. You're doing bad because you're doing bad on your own. That means you're causing yourself to do bad. You're the reason why you're doing bad. Do you realize this poor logic? You just said you could do bad all by yourself. So if you're doing bad by yourself, that means you're the sole reason of why you're doing bad. And not saying you need another reason to do bad. Understand that. You don't want the reason to be someone else. We understand that. But the idea is to work with someone so that you both can elevate. If you say, oh, we're doing bad, I'm going to just go be by myself. Well, you're going to be by yourself and be bad. Just like you said, by yourself, you're going to be worse off. You're going to be no one else to assist you, no one else to do anything, and by yourself. Now, when you say that, you're giving the impression that the other person is useless. You're giving the impression, this is the second point, that this other person can't do nothing for themselves. This other person is just good for nothing. Like nothing. Oh, he's not making enough money, but he's cleaning the house. He's taking out the trash. He's making sure the mail and the bills are paid and organized and the budget is paid. He's helping me out with my budget and my finances. He's going to the grocery store, picking up groceries while I'm at work. He's doing everything else, but he's not making that money, so we're doing bad all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden we're doing bad. This is a cancerous type of rhetoric. And you, and women like you, single women like you, keep women single. Point blank, period. Single women like you, keep women single. And that's probably what I should name this. That's what I'm going to name the next topic. Single women, single men. Well, I wouldn't say single men, but single women keep women single. Single men, they will make a married man curious, or they'll make a married man maybe kind of think back to his past life when he was a heathen. But a single man is never going to say, hey, man, leave your wife. Leave that dude. Leave that bitch. Excuse me. Leave that hoe. He will never say that if that's a good woman. If he knows it's not a good woman, then he's going to probably keep his mouth shut. He's probably not going to say nothing. He's not going to say leave her. He's just not going to say nothing. No dude is going to be like that unless he already smashed her and he's your friend and he's like, oh, hey. But no, these single women are out here lurking and predating. Excuse me, that's not a word. It's getting late. Lurking and preying on women who are in relationships, and they're telling them this bullshit. I can do bad all by myself. What?
Left to say.
You said
I
that.
have a feeling this is going to be our morning rush extra.
I
We
can
have
do
a
bad by
lot
myself.
left.
Now, are you serious about that? You want to be by yourself? You're going to be by yourself. Oh man, but yeah, man, what is going on with this world? We are approaching a time where I don't even know if we should continue this whole dating conversation with these women, because some of them are just refusing. Now the lady that was talking on the show, she was nice, she was open, she was honest. But when you say something dishonest like that, I can do bad all by myself, and all those phrases, and oh, you sassy, and I mean, there's been some crazy ass phrases, sprinkle, all that bullshit they do online. It's just no point. There's no point in having these conversations with some of these women. So you gotta be picky. You gotta be real picky who you're talking to. Be real careful with who you discuss this stuff with, because it's getting crazy out there. But yeah, man, dating down, is it a real thing? Is it something you should really be looking into if you're in a situation that you might be dating downward? I mean, can we talk about dating down in terms of maturity? Because a lot of these women are immature. A lot of these men are immature. Is that dating down too? The man can make a whole lot of money, but let's say he still takes a bath with a rubber ducky. You date him. You date a man that takes baths with rubber duckies and has stuffed teddy bears and plays with action figures. You'll stay with that man? Is that what you're saying? He's on your level because he's making the same income. And of course, I'm being hyperbolic, but there's a lot of childish ways of men that they can have, and they can make a lot of money still. I mean, look at Elon Musk. Look how childish he is. Look how childish Donald Trump is. Look how childish a lot of men are. And look at men who don't have much, who are more humble, more composed, more mature, more empathetic, more courteous. You're going to choose a man that's corrupted, dangerous, maybe abusive because of his bank account? Doesn't make any sense, people. Doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, but you know, it is what it is. Let's read. Someone thinks you're dating down. Is she not dating down? I'm confused. You're saying she doesn't earn 2 times what he does? See, that instantly, always worried about what they earn. Dating down is strictly regarding how much you're making. Here it is. And we want to get to the other topic about anime. We might have to do that next episode. But we're going to wrap this up here. We're coming in our 2-hour mark. We're almost done. But it says, don't date out of your league. Don't date down. I got multiple reasons rising. If you think you have to settle for overall attractiveness, I would suggest running away. There are countless stories I can share where dating down for looks, survival, or because of lack of time in life that doesn't exist is a mindset that hurts women the most. Let's go way back time when my grandmother was single. She came from a very wealthy family where her father was renowned and established. Her mother died at early age in life, and then her father remarried, so she never knew who she was. Blah, 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 blah. Since she saw wealth, she was always comfortable with money. However, she liked Najee's approach to money. His scarcity patterns translated into people-pleasing and destroyed many prospects for his children. One of her biggest regrets in life was dating down in terms of equal wealth. If she had more autonomy and women to guide her, her decisions would have led more to stable life. She died with many truths inside her and often waited on someone to understand her pain. In fact, many relatives used to criticize her fashion or her expression, and despite my grandmother heavily defending her, the jealousy that used to pervade among family would not stop. Okay. See, you're blaming it on dating down, but you're purposely admitting that she had family issues that could cause other things. What let her down? This translated how my mother thought about certain things when she was single. They often had this idea that there was limited time and fate was hindered and many other ideas. Now today, she regrets her choices. She dated down for looks and attractiveness, attracting someone without the mindset and values she wanted. She's not. See, you just switched up. You just said, don't date for attractiveness. Mindset and values is that not what he just said? See, this is why this logic is very, very cancerous. You think you have to settle for overall attractiveness, I would suggest running away. But then down here, you say this bullshit. Attracting someone without the mindset and value. Attractiveness and mindset and value is the same thing. How can you be attracted to someone that doesn't share the same mindset and values to you? You're saying attractive for looks only, but you just said looks here. So you weren't talking about looks. You were talking about attractiveness. So you're talking about personality, mindset, attitudes, all of that. So what are you even talking about? The main goal was to settle in the United States because somehow she never felt aligned in the motherland. So she's an immigrant. Oh my gosh. This is getting crazy. These are the women that are claiming they have to date down. When you came to America to get a citizenship and you're claiming you have to date down because you got money in Africa and you got to date down in America, but you need the citizenship. Get out of here. Today she meets many men through family friend and they're all wondering why my father's out of her league. The looks aren't compatible. The mindset is far from compatible. He's always afraid of how social he is. Oh, how social she is. These men in secretivity wish they had someone like her in her time. If they had the autonomy and say in the process, after living in their own in the United States and going through life, their maturity peaks when it comes to survival. Otherwise, I'm not sure if they had the same mindset when all of the heuristics came around. It is evident they weren't allowed to be evolved, let alone evolve. I've grown immensely in the last 7 years of my life where I probably haven't grieved the younger version of me. The younger version of me needed to say empower her voice at the time. She regrets not having the support she needed. While dating, I often noticed that sacrificing attractiveness and appeal of the opposite gender is the worst thing one can do. There should be a slight appeal. There's no reason to sacrifice it entirely. In the entirety, the part of the appeal is that often seen lacking generically. It is their mindset and money and life. For women, beauty is currency. We can access places others cannot, or they have to strive harder to achieve. Think about what they just said there. A woman's beauty is currency. It allows you to get in places that others have to strive harder to achieve. It's more than just a currency. Beauty is a gift. It's more than just a currency. But we'll give them that. Let's just say certain men will take it for granted if they have an attractive partner that looks good with them in society. After all, the patriarchy constructs that this as a power status game whenever we walk outside. So you're saying beauty is currency. A woman's beautiful without the man next to her. A woman is just as beautiful without a man next to her. So in a sense, your turn and you're saying that a woman doesn't need a man because she can access places others cannot or have to work harder to achieve. Is their beauty connected to the man they're with? Or does it matter in this society? Think about that one. If you love my emotional intelligence and want more articles about this was about South Asian diaspora. Wow. So this is an article about South Asian, maybe South Asian black. Interesting. But think about it. Women view their beauty as part of their currency, part of their income. Women view their looks as part of what they bring to the table. And in a way, you can say that. What women bring to the table. Let's see what they bring. What should a woman bring to the table? Let's see what they think.
All right, y'all. What do women need to bring to the table? It's not just a man that needs to bring something to the table. We do too. And here's a list based on experience, research that I came up with. So take out your pen and paper. Let's get into it, family. Number 1, she needs to be nurturing, if she gonna be the mother of your kids and all. Number 2, capacity and willingness to respect you as a man. Number 3, to be understanding of most men's innate pressure to perform in order to provide for his family. To be understanding of that. The next one is not to add to that pressure. It's already heavy enough. Next is to be supportive. Strength of character, moral compass, God-fearing. Intelligent and competent, she's loyal. And last but not least, does not allow for outside voices to impact the dynamics of the relationship.
Now, she said quite a lot there. I ain't gonna lie. She said a lot. table, I mean, she just said the things that a regular human should bring to the table when it comes to a relationship with anyone. Nothing specific about you being a woman except for the nurturing part, nurturing to the kids. But you should want to do that anyway. That's not really what you bring to the table. That's a given. Your loyalty, that should be a given. Everything else she said is a given. We want to go. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back and see what.
All right, y'all. What do women need to bring to the table? It's not just a man that needs to bring something to the table. We do too. And here's a list based on experience, research that I came up with. So take out your pen and paper. Let's get into it, family. Number one, she needs to be nurturing. Is she gonna be the mother of your...
That's a given. You need to be nurturing. You should want to do that anyway. That's one. That's a given. That doesn't count.
kids and all. Number two, capacity and willingness to respect you.
Respect. You should always respect the person in front of you. You don't know who you're dealing with. Respect that person. That's a given. You should always respect. When we're talking about bringing to the table, we're talking about what you provide. Okay, we're talking about can you bring extra income? Number one. Can you contribute this to the situation? I appreciate the respect. The fact that you're here at the table indicates that I've seen that level of respect, and I've seen that level of motherhood or mothership or whatever, nurtureness, whatever you want to call it. I've seen that already. I know you can be nurturing. I know you can be respectful. I know you can be loyalty. That's why I'm inviting you to the table, to show me what you can contribute to it. I already know you're contributing that. That's why you're here at the table breaking bread. Now, that's cool, but when you talk about some putting on the table is a tangible thing. You can touch it. You hear that? You can touch it. So what are you bringing to the table that is tangible, that we can benefit from? We both can benefit from. You have, maybe some business clients that you're working on. Maybe you do nails. Maybe you do hair. Maybe you do other things, networking. Like, let's do things together. Let's do things together. Let's do business together. Because that's what a marriage is. It's a conjoinment. Conjoinment, not just of financial, but you're supposed to care about me. You're supposed to love me, right? I'm supposed to love you, right? I'm supposed to support your dreams. You're supposed to support mine. It's a reciprocation. So let's keep going.
As a man. Number three, to be understanding of most men's innate pressure to perform in order to provide for his family. To be understanding of that.
Okay, so be understanding of a man's nature to perform. I don't really know how that's bringing anything to the table. I mean, I guess that's a certain quality that you should possess, but that's not. It can turn tangible. It can turn tangible by what you do with that knowledge. So I'll give you that one, but that's the only one that I will go ahead and give it to you. I'm gonna give you half a point. I'm gonna give her half of one, but she still got two that she says that aren't tangible. Respect and nurturing as a mother, you should do that anyway. You should always be respectful. Your mother raised you right? Be
Next one is not to add to that pressure. It's already heavy enough. Next is to be.
Well, I can't give you that because if you understand that it's a lot of pressure on them, you're not going to add any more. That comes with that understanding. Can't use that one. That one's
Supportive. Strength of character, moral compass, God-fearing. Intelligent and confident. She's loyal. And last but not least, does not allow for outside voices to impact the dynamics of the relationship.
Now, again, a lot of those things, loyalty, smart, intelligent, that should be a quality of you that can turn into tangible items or tangible situations. So I can't give you but a half a point for each. And then the last point, not allowing people to influence your relationship. I mean, you can't really say that's what you bring to the table. You can't really say you're bringing that to the table. Oh, I'm bringing to the table my ability to not listen to anybody else to mess up our relationship. You should be doing that regardless. That's why you're at the table to begin with. So women like to count things as what they bring to the table as, oh, notice she didn't say nothing financially. She didn't say pay off the bills. She didn't say pay 30% of the bills. She didn't say pay for the kids to go to daycare. She didn't say help you out if the man can't afford something or can't buy some clothes or help him buy clothes or buy groceries. She didn't say nothing at all financial bringing to the table. But when it comes to a man, that's the only thing that they're looking for him to bring to the table, amongst other things, but that's the main thing. Because they don't see themselves, even though they want to brag about being breadwinners and brag about how much money they're making, they don't want to contribute to anything in terms of finding a relationship or finding love or man. They don't want to contribute anything financially to that. They don't want to invest in that financially. And she just proved it. So this dating down it's not logical. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense if you call it dating down, but you want to use those qualities that don't even, those qualities of a woman that she should already possess. You want to use that as your compensation or your contribution to the relationship. But you don't want to use those same factors as a man's contribution to the relationship. Because everything you're doing, she stated, a man should be doing as well. A man has to be nurturing too, to a certain degree. To his children, a man needs to be nurturing to his children, yes. To a certain level, a man should be nurturing. Doesn't have to do it all the time. Doesn't have to make it a habit. But from time to time, you gotta be there for your children. You gotta be nurturing to your children. At least talk to them. Talk them up, motivate them, secure them. A man should do that. A father should do that as well. So everything she listed that a woman's bringing to the table, that man already has it on the table. Already has that in his pocket. He's ready for that. If he's asking for you to come to the table and contribute. So yeah, man, this dating down thing it's a doozy. It's a doozy. It doesn't make any sense. Because in that case, I've been dating down my whole life. None of my girlfriends have made as much money as me. None of the people I've been with made as much money as me. And if I wanted to feel that way, I would have never dated them. I would have never went out with them if I thought about how much money you made. Because I knew you worked at the dang coffee shop. I knew you worked at as a waitress at freaking Chili's or Fridays. Or I knew you came on Saturday nights to Club 123. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already knew you was not making as much money as me. I see it. So it's because if you were, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be busting them tables. Oh man, but yeah, man, you already know. Garzan, Club Built Mogul. We moguls in this bitch. Throw your M's up. Throw your M's up. We're gonna take it on out. Appreciate y'all stopping through. We didn't get to the last topic. We wanted to talk about anime. We can preview it. We wanted to talk about anime, right? This anime. Look at the anime shows, right? And what I wanted to talk about anime was, why do you only see pale white characters be heroes in all of these anime shows? And you got all of the black people watching them. You got all of them in love with them. Number 1, Dragon Ball Z. Number 2, Naruto. One Piece. All of them don't show you. None of them show you as the hero. There's black anime that exists that no one talks about. But this is all we talk about. When we type in anime. When we type in anime, this is what's shown. No brown or dark or even lightly tan. Strictly white. Or as a freaking animal character. They'll do an animal character before they do a black anime character. Lead character. It's crazy. And to think the anime is Japanese, and what happened to Japan? What happened to Japan with Hiroshima? What did America do? But they praise the white man, make them their cartoon, make them their heroes when they were your destructors. They devastated your people and killed off millions. Excuse me, hundreds of thousands. But millions later on had problems from the radiation that the nuke left over after years. Still killed millions after that. That gave them birth defects and all types of shit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Remember when love stories looked like this?
And these
Strong men,
mofos
confident yet kind.
turn.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
The world will note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, a military base.
On August 7th, 1945, the day after Hiroshima was destroyed, Dr. Yoshio Nishina, a leading Japanese physicist and other atomic scientists, arrived in Hiroshima to examine the damage. They confirmed that the city had been destroyed by an atomic bomb and reported back to the cabinet in Tokyo. Despite this, the cabinet decided to continue the war, a decision intercepted by American magic code breakers. Meanwhile, President Truman returned from the Potsdam Conference and spoke about the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, describing it as a military base. He later declared, "We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war." With no sign of Japan surrendering, the decision was made to attack another city. On August 9, 1945, at 3:47 a.m., the B-29 Superfortress Boxcar, commanded by Major Charles Sweeney, took off from Tinian Island with the
My Japanese Americans. That's what we're gonna name the next episode. Japanese American suicide. These are your people here that murdered hundreds of thousands of your people. And you're praising them with your anime. This is a dark history, y'all. We're gonna talk about it. My bad. These are the people that murdered your entire generation. These are the people that deformed your entire people. Right here. They're right here in front of you. What are you going to do about that? You going to praise them? You're going to praise them with your anime? That's what you're going to do? That's what you're going to do. You're going to praise them by making them your heroes. But yeah, we're going to get further into that. We're going to talk about that, y'all. We're going to cover that. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Interesting topic. But yeah, we're going to head on out. That was the show. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Garzan here. Club Built Mogul. We're going to take you out with a little video. Well, with the same video we always do. Y'all have a good one. Oh.
There's a war going on. Good versus evil. Light against darkness. Truth against lies. I'm talking about the war in your
My bad, y'all. Gotta
that person that's
shrink this shit. God dang,
that
how big was it?
Bringing you down. That person is you.
Are you gonna say you wanna do something? Do it for 2 weeks and then quit? Like you did last year, like you did the year before last? You say you wanna lose weight, get in shape, get your business off the ground, and then turn around and party, get lit, drink alcohol, eat like crap, and continue to live below who you were created to be?
No. Make a declaration to yourself. Declare all-out war that you're going to get out of this rut.
Decide today that you will no longer tolerate losing. You are going to be a winner.
Be the hero of your own movie. If your life was a movie and it started now, what would the hero of your life's movie do right now? Do that. Do those things. Write down your goals. Write down things you want to improve. Write down things you won't tolerate from yourself. Write down things that you've done in the past you never want to see yourself do again. And go forth from here.
It's the great Alexander. Yes. Today in stories made, let them horns play. The Lord paved the way, let a nigga out his cage. They all think the same, let the blind lead the way. And it ain't worth the money if it doesn't make the change. Let me tell you about the places which I have came. Country living, that Carolina born and raised. Wasn't long before a young boy peeped the game. How they play it, got the Joker working next to Wayne. Those school days chilling with them boys out Eagle Chase. Them niggas do anything just for a piece of change. Out looking for a lick right on Rogers Lane. And I was just on the team trying to get in the game. Already knew that I was here for a greater purpose. And ever since the day I left for only grades the surface. Mama says you won't go hungry if you're always working. So I open up for service, baby, come and make a purchase. Mama ain't raised no fool. Mama ain't raised no fool. Don't you know my hero, my grind. And this money always on my mind. Yeah. making money gotta be made. Yeah. Tell you my story as I'm flipping through the pages. Cause it ain't take me long to start this paper chasing. And in your city or your state, yeah, I make the statement. Niggas claim they Bill Gates, but they get negated. But the ones that get that dough, cooking up the dough. They get it for the low, to get them birthday licks.